Subscribe, motherfucker.
What is going on, YouTube? Gyvi World here. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Before we even jump into today's video, really quickly want to give out a shout out. But you know what? Before that, let's just appreciate that. That is just beauty. But anyways, really quickly, shout out to Team Money with the comment of the day. World Series bound. So shout out to you, homie. Also, you know what? Shout out to Jeff the Troll 69. Best outro song ever. I would have to agree. Thank you very much. And yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? Shout out to Javier Q, who said, can I get a shout out for no reason at all? So shout out to you. Shout out to you three guys. And actually, this isn't like the full video just because, honestly, there wasn't too much going on in this game. This was actually the third and final run of the game. And it ended up either 3-0 or, yeah, it was a 3-0 game. Very short, not too much going on. So that was going to be that for that game. But GG's to my opponent. Put us closer at 863. I do believe there was a game in between this game and that game, but it was also kind of a boring game and no reason to really put it up. But anyways, we're going up against the Jofer Coke boys. Yeah, really classy name, really classy guy. But anyways, he's got Corey Seager, Mookie Betts on the team, and Jason Varitek from Lake Brantley High School. Shout out to Jason Varitek. But he's got Julio Teheran on the mound. Not sure why, but anyways, we're coming up the Jofer Coke boys here in Old Miami, and let's get it started. Right off the bat, Julio Teheran did a pretty decent job shutting down the bats a little bit. With Ian Kinzer here, we're going to line out to left field, and I was kind of hitting balls on the screws. Just a little bit unlucky. And with George Prasada, yet another swing and a miss. So maybe that Julio Teheran card is a little OP. I believe that might be his rookie card. We got CC on the bump today, and he's got Starling Marte leading off. Got to get rid of it quickly. Starling Marte, a guy who hits right-handed pitching better, and he's got a bunch of lefties on his mound. So it's really fortunate that I got CC Sabathia, very good lefty in this game, because CC Sabathia came into this game dominant. And we're going to get a lazy fly ball from Damn Daniel to left field. And Mookie Betts up, and he's going to pop out to second base, deep right field. Well, deep second base, shallow right field. And that's going to be the final out. In the second inning, we got Bell up, though. He's going to hit a base hit to center field. Man, I really want that Mookie Betts card. Now that I think about it, he's got quirks that I really like. He's got vision is just ridiculous. But Andrew McCutchen is going to line out and dunk that to left field. And that ball is absolutely crushing. We take a 2-0 lead early in the game. Justin Turner up, and he is going to float one to left field. And it's just going to dink and dive right in front of Granderson for a leadoff single. Actually, I think there might have been an out. Runner advances on a pass ball. Next batter strikes out. And Andrew McCutchen's going to hit a sharp line drive to left field. Lucky for us, it was hit hard enough and 45 speed on. It's not going to cost us a run. And Jason Varitek, the number 8 hitter. So we're going to do the smart thing here. We're going to walk him. And Julio Teheran on deck. He's going to go ahead and keep him there as it's only the second inning with bases loaded. And on the first pitch, he's going to fly out to right field. Second baseman gets under it. And we're going to make the catch. And we're going to escape a little bit of danger. But we got CC Sabathia up. And he's just going to blow that fastball right by us. Granderson's already 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the game. But he comes in the top of the third with 1 out. And on the very first pitch, Granderson turns on it and gives us a no-doubter. That ball is crushed to right field. NDC stand up. We're going to take the lead, extend the lead to 3-0 here in the third. Starling Marte back up. That's going to be a weak pop-up right to the catcher. Jorge Posada is going to make an easy play. And I'm telling you, boys, this CC Sabathia card for 91 just for AL, what is it, the AL East or AL Conqueror and Command, whatever the case it may be. This card is honestly a little bit OP, especially with a lot of people building their lineups geared towards right-handed pitching, myself included. That CC Sabathia card is pretty damn good. But here we're gonna get a base hit. JK. There's a Seager at short. Yeah, that's not going up the middle. There's a Seager at the plate. And that's those Seager boys, man. Those Seager boys. And he's got both Seagers on this team, I believe. I could be mistaken, but I don't think so. Justin Turner up next with nobody out and a Seager on first. And he's going to hit a weak pop fly to the catcher. And that's going to be an out. But I do believe there is another Seager on deck. And he, too, is going to give us an out. That's a strikeout. And this is honestly where the one place I'm scared with a lefty on the mound is versus a guy like Andrew McCutchen. I'm just kind of fortunate that when McCutchen's at the plate, we've kept the ball on the field so far. Sharp base hit up the middle. But that one's finally going to break the complete game shutout for us. And we weren't able to turn that ball quick enough back to second base, and that's going to be the first run. 3-1 in this game so far. And he's got that Tony Perez card, which honestly hits lefties very, very well. That first pitch wasn't called, but we're going to get a strike down in the dirt, and that is going to do it for the 4th inning. CC Sabathia up, and CC Sabathia hits a ground ball up the middle, and Jesus Christ, this is why people have been complaining about the fielding in this game quite a bit. Not sure why he's not locking into an animation, especially with, you know, a diamond shortstop. But we're going to ground out to the first baseman, who's just going to easily step on the bag. And Starling Marte is going to freeze on a fastball, and that's going to be that. Daniel Murphy. Damn, Daniel is going to dink one to left field. Another base hit for my opponent. My opponent was getting a lot of hits in this game. He just couldn't piece them together, and we did a good job with CC Sabathia to limiting the damage, keeping this game very competitive. My opponent was out-hitting me to this point, but he was missing some fastballs, and I picked up on that. It took me a couple innings to pick up on that, but he was a little late on the fastball. Then we're going to crush one hop the fence with Reggie Jackson. It looked like a pitch up and in that we might have out-muscled and got hit all the way to the fence. But Barry Larkin up next. He's going to hit a deep fly ball to right field, and we're not going to do anything with it. We're going to leave more runners stranded. We're already in the 7th inning. Veritek back up. He's going to hit a fly ball to deep center field, and that's going to be an out. We're a few outs away, and pitcher is done for the night. He's bringing in Brian Dozier, and Brian Dozier is just going to line out to left field. Got good lumber on it, but not good enough. And that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. Starling Marte up again in the 7th. I think one of the biggest keys to this game was keeping Starling Marte off base. If you get Starling Marte on base to lead off the game, or in the 3rd, 4th inning with 1 out, whatever the situation may be, the game is completely changed because Starling Marte is an absolute danger on the base pad. But here I was contemplating taking out CC Sabathia, and I decided against it. And I thought that was the right move just because CC Sabathia was just dominating so far in this game. And I thought, you know what? If I go ahead and bring someone else and he chokes it, I'm just going to be so upset. There's a base hit to right field from Ian Kinsler, and that is going to find a hole. But with 2 outs in the inning, we got Jorge Posada up. And Jorge Posada on a slide step is going to rip one to deep center field, but not deep enough. And it's going to be patrolled out there, I believe, by Andrew McCutchen for the final out of the top of the 8th. Daniel Murphy back up in the bottom of the 8th, and he's going to stay. He's going to catch one looking, and that's going to be strike 3. Mookie Betts with 1 out is going to hit a nice ground ball to shortstop. Sunday hop to Larkin. Easy play, 2 outs. We're looking very good. We're looking to shut this game down, and it is pretty much in the books, hopefully, for CC Sabathia. Well, there's a Seager on deck. It looked like he checked. And he's going to get that call. But in a 1-2 count with CC Sabathia, that's just, I really don't know what else to say. CC Sabathia is going to get him to pop up to the catcher. JK, why do they never catch that? But anyways, that one's gonna end up hitting the ground. That animation, that one hop to the catcher, just happens a lot more frequently than it should. We're going to freeze him on a fastball up and in. May have been looking off speed. Again, like I said, looked like he was sitting on that off speed stuff. Whenever I snuck in the fastball, he was either really late or he would take it. But we're in the 9th inning now, and Joey Votto is up, and he's just going to destroy my bat. Absolutely disintegrated, and it's a weak pop fly to the shortstop. But Andrew McCutchen up in a 2-2 count, and he's just going to flick the wrist to right field, and that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to continue the inning, which is great, honestly, because at this point, he's got a lefty on the mound. I said, you know what, why not get a righty up there, and especially a defensive replacement. And on the pitch on a 1-2 count, Andrew McCutchen is going. It is a hit and run. Ball is hit to right center field. Tough play in the alley, and the runner's going to score all the way from first, and it's going to be a double for Locane. So great call there, and it's still a save opportunity at this point, especially since Barry Larkin's going to weakly fly out to right field. So Larkin, if you're not going to do anything versus lefties or righties, I might as well just invest in Lindor. And CC Sabathia is going to try to close this out, and that high leg kick by Justin Turner is not going to be enough. It's going to be a weak pop fly to first base, and that is the first out. We've got a Seager in, and we're at 100 pitches, And CC, that honestly, when you've got a horse set to play, that's not enough. It didn't look like a check. It looked like a check swing on my screen. But most likely on his screen, it wasn't. And that was strike 3. And we're at 102 pitches after this pitch. And Andrew McCutchen is also going to fly out weakly to the first baseman. And that's going to be the final out. Boys, we are so close to World Series. We are right there, knocking on the door. Another win here puts us at 887, potentially plus with just one more game to get into World Series. We got plus 17. We just need 13 more points to get into World Series, guys. So if you believe, you know what, who's number 13? Give me an Alex Rodriguez. Give me an Alex Rodriguez for A-Rod down in the comment section for a chance at a shout out tomorrow. Guys, make sure you drop a thumbs up on this video if you're excited and hyped for World Series. We're knocking on the door right there. At this point, I do believe that is win number 22. I think we may be 22-2. So hopefully we can get into World Series. Still a little salty that I'm not undefeated, but it is what it is. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. A-Rod 13, Alex Rodriguez for comment of the day.
Explain all the pain that it cost him. My 16 should have came with a coffin. For the fame and the fortune. Well, maybe not the fortune, but one thing is for sure, that the fame is exhausting. That's why I moved away. I needed privacy, surrounded by the trees in Ivy League. Students that's recruited higher league, thinking you do you and I do me. Crib has got a big old backyard. My niggas stand outside and pass cigars, filled with marijuana, laughing hard.